Brooklyn Independent Television.
Bamboo Bike Studio is an eco-friendly, do-it-yourself concept in which cyclists create their own bikes using the sustainable and versatile material of bamboo. In addition to providing their participants with an experience of creating their own rides, Bamboo Bike Studio has another goal of financing bamboo bike factories in Africa and South America.
My name is Greg Schroy. I work here at Bamboo Bike Studio. We're located in Red Hook, Brooklyn. The concept here is that we wanted to give people the opportunity to be able to build and maintain their bicycles. And we feel that building is fun in general and that making bicycles is fun. So in order to do that, we realized that the best material to teach someone how to build a bicycle out of is bamboo.
I'm not necessarily attempting to save the world by riding my bike. It's cheaper, but thinking about the carbon footprint is obviously something that's important. And that's one of the reasons that bamboo is so cool. Even though bikes are obviously better for the environment than cars, there's still the factories and the steel and the waste, which there is still a carbon footprint. And by attempting to minimize the distance that products have to go and the amount of, whatever mining or welding or exploited labor or whatever, that's obviously a positive thing. That's not what I think about when I hop on in the morning. It's mostly just a cheap and easy and fast way to get where I'm going.
Bamboo doesn't require welding, and therefore it can be done in 2 days without any prior building experience. That material was one of the reasons we chose bamboo. We also helped subsidize a factory in Ghana. We were using the material, and we use bamboo because it's actually the cheapest material to build a bicycle out of, especially in countries without industry and where bamboo grows locally. So basically this history behind the Ghana project was a Ghanaian investor came to Colombia looking to open a bamboo bike factory. He wanted to make bikes cheaper than they could get from China. And they found that bamboo was the best material to achieve this because it grows locally in Ghana and there's less shipping costs, and you are also providing jobs within the economy. That's sort of the last step on our end, is to help set up the factory for production, and then the factory should be on its own, fully functioning locally from the business there. We realized that we could also teach people how to make things. Like, as I said earlier, that we believe making stuff is fun and making bicycles is fun. So instead of having people be able to buy these bikes, we thought that the experience would be better if people could come and build their own bike. So that's sort of how we transitioned what we were doing in Ghana to what we were doing here. Here are some of our bamboo frames. When we first started, we would actually go to Jersey and chop down our bamboo. And this is one of our initial prototypes out of Jersey bamboo. However, we changed it to a Yucatan bamboo, which is similar to what they have in Ghana. It's a little stiffer than Jersey bamboo. Bamboo itself has a very unique ride quality. It's a natural shock absorber, so it takes out a lot of road vibrations. So it's one of the best feeling bikes out there. It has a unique ride quality that can't be matched with steel or carbon or aluminum.
So this is the pre-stage. There's more to it when you walk in for the workshop on the weekend. I've done all of my prep work, so I've cut all of these foam lugs here, and areas where we need consistency that you can't really get from the bamboo, we use steel. Wherever there's a steel meeting a steel, like where the fork goes in here, or the bottom bracket goes in here, we use industrial grade steel. From here, there are a few more lugs, and then we load in the bamboo. Up here, this is actually my bike, and I am at about stage 2. This would probably be early Saturday afternoon for the workshop. You affix all of the bamboo to these lugs, and then you just file them down to get them to shape. It is a lot of filing, but the more you do, the better it looks. From here, you would wrap it with the fiberglass and the carbon fiber, and more filing on Sunday. When you are finished with your frame, we have a handful of different styles you can choose from. You can ride a single speed, a fixed gear, or a 3 or 8 speed internal hub, which is sort of that old cruiser style. Sunday afternoon, when you've got your frame, we have 3 mechanics here to assist you in putting the components on your bike. And by Sunday evening, you're riding off into the sunset. Red Hook is awesome. There's so much cool stuff going on and people are really amazing. It's like a type of super close-knit community that is more difficult to find in other neighborhoods.
I really like the neighborhood down here. It's quiet, there's some interesting shops and restaurants. It's very pretty with the water. One of the advantages of not having the subway come down here is you have less street traffic. It's growing, it's changing. It's really nice to be a part of Red Hook. I mean, we really feel that Red Hook itself is a great place for us and we really enjoy being down here.
I've noticed that New York, the city, has really made an effort at making it more friendly, and I think that people are responding to that in a positive way. There are a lot more sort of people in suits and older folks and younger folks. Food delivery guys are an inspiration to everybody. I think New York's been a biking city for a long time, but I've noticed an increase in a positive way.
We all really enjoy biking. We use it as a means not just for exercise and not just as a hobby, but it's also a means of transportation for a lot of us. Obviously, it's the lowest sort of carbon emission is to ride a bike. I mean, it's human-powered. Bicycles use less energy in general to make than, say, a car. So our goal is more about getting people to make things than it is to be kind of active within the bike versus cars debate. We rather just have people. We just want to share the means to making bike and the enjoyment of building with as many people as possible.
You're watching the BCAT TV network.